Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ice Tech Talk weekly live stream. You already know how it gets down on Thursday night. I think Mike either took the night off or he's switching over to Saturdays, I think, now. So your boy will be killing it solo, man. It used to be that, Thursday night with Mike and I, but he had to bail on me. I'm kind of hurt about it, but it is what it is, man. We're going to ride out. But how's everybody doing this evening, man? We just crossed hump day. We one day closer to the weekend, man. One day to go. So thank the Lord, because, man, it has been a week for your boy so far. I am so ready for this week to be over, man. So much going on. So like I said, man, just cranking out these videos, getting this stuff right for this Pixel, man. But how's everybody else doing tonight, man? We're going to go ahead and hit up roll call in the building, man. And like I said, before we even get into roll call, I hope that everybody got to take a look at the tweet. I know I always kind of do like a long thread, but I'm going to flash it in a second so that way we can kind of walk through it together, because I'm kind of curious as to what everybody thinks about this. This is something that's been on my mind a little bit lately, and I kind of want to just talk about it with y'all, and let's see if we can come together as a community and get to the bottom of why it is that this happens and what we might be able to do to go ahead and get it changed. Also, I think, is this the first one? Yeah, this is the first live stream since I hit 1,000 too. So shout out to the channel, man. We just hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. Completely got so caught up in the topic for the stream that I completely forgot, man. So yeah, man, we literally hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. So I am super, super blessed and super happy, man. I was supposed to bust out the drinks. I completely forgot to grab some Coke. So we're gonna skip that. We'll pick it up next week. But your boy does have the blue strawberry smoothie with some strawberry boba from Shaka Shaka. Totally not sponsored, but I would love to be. So you already know how it goes, man. I think audio video should be good. If anything is wrong, just like I said, let me know as always. But I got to get into roll call before y'all start going in. So let me go ahead and get right into it, man. Got the homie Barry Johnson. My dog said my squad is on deck. That's what I'm talking about, man. Appreciate you. Hey, I got my other top flight security of the world, Craig. My dog LaShawn. What's going on, man? Hawks is doing it big too. What's going on? Hey, Miss Queen of Steeler Nation. What's going on, Shay? Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Boxer Tech. What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, the homie Scoop in the building. Yo, that reveal, absolute fire, dog. Yo, check out the homie Scoop's latest vid. He was talking about some brand new camera techniques. I don't want to, give anything away. Check out the video, man. Mods, if y'all could drop that down in there for me, but definitely go ahead and check that out. Yo, hold up. Is this the first one? Is this the first? Hold on. I don't even. Hold on. Time out. Yo, I'm so lost, and you could tell this is new because your boy don't even know how to drop the super chats up there. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real. The whole I turned it on, but I completely forgot that it was gonna be live on the stream today. So I don't even know how to. Yo, y'all snapping. All right, man, chill. I can see them piling up. Chill. I'm not ready. Yo, I'm dropping 504. Oh, I see how it pops up right in the chat. All right, bet. Let's go. There we go. Okay, I'm going. Still roll call. I promise. My bad, y'all. My bad. Yo, T's in the building, dog. What's going on? I already see you. I'm coming. I know. I'm slacking. What's good? I can stream. Congratulations on 1K. Another creator. Hey, definitely trying to do a little something here, Jason. That's all, man. Appreciate you as always for looking out for me, dog. For real. In YouTube and in personal life, man. For real. For those that don't know, Jason was looking out while I was in the hospital with the little one being born. He was checking in pretty much like clockwork every 3 to 4 hours, making sure I'm good, making sure mom was good. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate that. I'll never forget that, yo. For real. Yo, Rip Raymond's in the building. What's going on, man? Yo, y'all are going in right now, man. Yo, Lewis, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Hawk said congratulations. Appreciate it. Lewis, hey, appreciate that as well. Hey, T said, who needs Chase on the rocks is all you need. Yo, I'm not as nice as y'all, man. I'm not as nice as y'all, dog. I'm a lightweight. Your boy gonna stick with the boba this week. I need a Chase. I'm a lightweight. Y'all should have seen on the other stream, man. Y'all know I'm a lightweight. Yo, the brother, Galen, what's going on, man? I hope everything is good with you, bro. Hey, that man right there is next, bro. I think he was like last time we talked, he was like 65 away. He's probably closer now, but definitely check out Galen's channel, man. Super, super dope, homie. Been a real one since day one, man. Didn't even know me, met me in a random Twitter space and was like, yo, hop on this podcast with me, man. We hammered it out. Brother from another mother right there, yo. Shout out to you, dog. Super chat. That's the very first super chat too, man. Yo, 504, man. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much for the super chat, dog. Appreciate that. GG's in the building. Hey, back to you, big sis. You already know. Hey, man, Barry said congratulations on the monetization as well. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, yo. Y'all crazy, man. Yo, T with the 1999 holla, dog. Congrats on the 1K, bro. All up from here. Hey, you already know, homie. Got to get these videos out grinding. That's all, man. That's all. Hey, Me Tech, not a problem at all, man. I appreciate you for stopping through, dog. For real, for real. Hey, $10 holla from Gigi, man. Congrats, sir. Blessings to your channel. Yo, thank you so much, Gigi. That's another one right there, too. Definitely a mentor and a big sis through and through, man. Y'all crazy. I can't even right now, man. Yo, chill, dog, chill. Y'all only trying to mess a brother up tonight, man. I came in like focused and ready, like we about to hammer this topic, and y'all just killing me tonight, man. Yo, appreciate it, man. Congrats on 1K, my guy. I appreciate you, man. Hey, Shark Fin, what's going on, my dude? What's going on? Yo, Me Tech, Galen is definitely next, man. We gonna get him there. We definitely gonna get him there, dog. Yo, Lewis, I appreciate you for that $5 $5 super chat, man. Congrats again. I appreciate that, man. Hey, real recognize real. You already know, my dude. You already know. I should be monetizing by now. Just a problem with that 4,000 hours of watch time. Yo, going back to Gigi, because like I said, she's like my mentor. She told me from like day one, you trying to hit them 4,000 watch hours, these live streams is the way to do it, man. Seriously. So just, paying it forward and throwing that tip forward. The live streams is the way to go. I'm not sure how that works with your schedule, but that's definitely one way to kill it, man. For sure. Oh, man. Yo, Shay, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you, yo. Yeah, LaShawn, he there. He close, man. He close. And this man, too, we got to get him because we got to get them ignorant hours for that members-only stream, man. How good those but how good those ignorant hour streams is going to be, man. Y'all going to want to pay this man for that. I want to pay this man for how golden and how much I be laughing during them streams, man. So definitely make sure y'all give that man a sub, too. Check out his content, man. LaShawn is an absolute beast as well, man. Hey, Galen, appreciate you with that $5 super chat, diaper fun. You already know, man, because he sure is piling them up on me. So you already know how that go, man. But yo, so finally got through everything again, guys. The first night of the super chats, man. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. Like, y'all, honestly, I'm telling you, I completely forgot about super chats, all of that stuff, man. I literally was just ready to hop in, get on this topic with y'all and just talk to y'all for the night, man. Because like I said, I had them 2 weeks off and it killed me not to have these live streams with y'all. This is like one of the highlights of my week. So like I said, man, y'all definitely caught me off guard, but I definitely appreciate it, man. Y'all absolutely killing it, supporting your boy. Appreciate it to the fullest, man. But let's go ahead and get right into this topic, man. And hold on, Gigi said I'm out here keeping secrets. Nah, not at all. But let's go ahead and get right into the topic, man. I'm not sure how many of you guys caught the topic for this evening, man, for this evening's live stream before coming in. But let me go ahead and just drop up this tweet. So I want to go ahead and, like I said, kind of just get right into it. So I'm just going to read it right off of here. So tonight's topic, are manufacturers getting too comfortable releasing products that aren't finished? What can we as tech enthusiasts do to change this? Now, the reason why I wanted to kind of talk about this tonight with y'all is, and I mean, a lot of it centers around what everybody's talking about with the Pixel, but I want to make sure that everybody understands that every major flagship that I've purchased this year, and I'm honestly going to say from like the kind of United States based trilogy being like the Pixel, the iPhone, S21 Ultra. We could even throw the the Fold in there. We could talk Surface Duo, the original, whatever the case may be. But I just want to know what you guys think, because in some way, shape, or form, all of these devices continue to come out, continue to come out, continue to come out. And as tech enthusiasts, we literally sitting here just shelling out that guap, but they're all coming in with some type of issues. And I know a lot of people are going to say right off the bat, like, no device is ever going to come out perfect. And that is 100% fine. I get that. I personally think software updates are probably one of the greatest things to ever happen to tech as a whole, not just phones, but computers, video games, whatever. I think so, like, the ability to get a software update is probably one of the best, but also can be looked at as one of the worst things to happen to tech. And let me just kind of explain that, right? So what I mean when I say that is, one of the best is because you can go back in later, add features, squash bugs, because something's always going to be messed up 110%, right? But what I mean in particular, as far as being the worst, is a manufacturer can kind of say, hide behind the statement of, well, we're going to give that to you guys later, or we're going to squash that bug later. Because we don't, and in this conversation, because I'm already seeing some of the comments too, we don't even have to talk about bugs specifically. We can talk about features. Take universal remote control coming to Mac OS. I think we're on 11 now, Monterey or whatever. Universal control, where you can use one mouse and keyboard and control your iPad, your Mac, all of that, right? Or multiple Macs or multiple iPads, whatever, with one mouse and keyboard. That feature got announced all the way in June, and we still haven't seen it yet. So I'm just kind of wondering what you guys think about that. I know tech as a whole, when it comes out, it's never going to be 100%. I'm not asking for it to be 100% perfect. I'm just asking, in the case of these kind of forward-facing issues, take like S21 Ultra, for example, overheating issues out of the box. I definitely feel as though that's something that should have been definitely squashed before the device came out. Lag when switching between the different focal lens in the camera on the S21 Ultra hit me heavily. On the iPhone, I had the whole touch responsive issue, not promotion, but like you would touch your display and for some reason, nothing would happen. Just straight up would freeze on you, had to reboot the phone in order to get it to work. Apple Watch not unlocking your iPhone, that was a feature that was out before the 13 series came out, broke with the 13 series, and they had to issue a patch to fix it, I think like 2 weeks or 3 weeks later. So I'm talking about more forward-facing stuff like that. I'm not talking about the minor things like, you know what I'm saying, you might have a slight UI out of place here. I can get over that. I'm not worried about that. Like, I'm not worried about stuff like that at all. I'm talking about these more forward-facing issues, right? So, like I said, I'm just curious to see what you guys are talking about and chopping it up there in the comments. So let's go ahead and get right into it. See, I already know Scoop was going to hit us with that one for sure. Let me scroll back up a little bit here. Oh, man. Y'all are coming in hot, boy. See, yeah, Scoop says, every single piece of tech is never ready on release. And like I said, 100% agree with that statement, and I get it. It's a thing where you can't account for everything. And like I said, I'm not holding to these companies. I look at it akin to the video game industry, because I kind of saw it happening there first before I started seeing it in tech, right? So with the video gaming industry, before we had software updates and stuff like that, if your video game was just like bug ridden, there was absolutely nothing you could do about it. It just was bug ridden, and people talk trash, or they played your game and you just had bugs. It is what it is, right? But it's like now we've gotten into this place where a manufacturer or a video game developer can say, you know, oh, we're going to issue a week 1 patch, or we're going to issue this update or that update. I look at Cyberpunk 2077, words can't express how excited I was for that game to come out. Like, words cannot express how excited I was. CD Projekt Red was one of my favorite developers. Everything that they've done with the Witcher series, all of that. Even the Witcher 3 didn't release in the best shape. It took them time to get the game where it needed to be. I get that. I'm not saying that necessarily is an issue, but I can't remember my experience with the Witcher 3 having anything game breaking like I'm seeing with Cyberpunk 2077. Like, I'm seeing because I haven't picked up the game, because I swore not to play it again until next gen updates come out. But you're getting full game crashes left and right, people's next gen consoles rebooting, frame drops all the way in the single digits, all kinds of crazy stuff that definitely shouldn't be happening if you've had this long to make that type of game. But like I said, I saw it first in the video gaming industry as far as me remembering it, me having an experience, right? And now I'm starting to see it more and more in smartphones and other like consumer electronics. So like I said, just trying to get a pulse, man. Barry said it will never happen. And like I said, I definitely agree that it'll never happen in terms of like the minor stuff. I'm not worried about the minor stuff. I'm talking about like those forward facing issues, right? Scoop said too many variables. 100% again. I agree. A lot of the times we're looking at like spaghetti code where it's like you touch one thing over here, you break 50 other things over here. So definitely 100% get that, yo, for real. Box of Tech says sometimes even when the phone is already released, they still can't access few features like when the iPhone 13 Pros came out. And that's another great example too. And I would say I see Apple probably do it the most. If I'm being honest, just from my perspective, like what I'm saying, I can't think of a time. Like I do know times where Samsung has promised features and stuff, but it does that. It always seems like every year the iPhone has like that one feature that's like we're waiting a little bit further into the fall for. And I'm not saying that I have an issue with, having to wait for another feature or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm just wondering if that's going to become a problem. If it's a thing where it's like, okay, you promised something at the release date, maybe instead of talking about it at the keynote or whatever the case may be. I mean, maybe with ProRes, they couldn't do it because I feel like with ProRes, they're really like ProRes was like a huge, heavily marketed feature for the iPhone 13 series. So I don't know if they can necessarily do it with that, but say like universal remote control. I think that would have been a dope press release to be like, hey, you can now take one keyboard and mouse and control your entire Apple ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like features like that, man, they need to 100% calm down on how early they're announcing stuff. Kind of like AirPower and the Galaxy Home Speaker. Still haven't seen either of those. AirPower, as far as we know, they canceled it. I don't know if they ever officially came out and canceled it. And the Galaxy speaker, we still don't know what's up with that. I'm guessing most likely because it would have shipped with Bixby and ain't nobody having that because Bixby is kind of trash. Bixby Routines is not trash. Bixby, the voice assistant, I'm not too much of a fan. Doodle said, who is updating their choice of software like a boss? I don't know if you're trying to allude to Samsung. Samsung has been absolutely killing it in terms of updates this year, though. I will give them that because those security patches have been coming like clockwork. Like I can count on those just as much as I can count on, say, like my Pixel updates. Like it's been on point, yo. Ike is on it 100%. It seems like a few years back, devices were way more polished. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like they overall just felt more polished, right? Like I said, it might just be me. It might just be me feeling like this, but devices used to feel a lot more polished, man. A lot more polished. And then like, we also got to get into the topic of, do we condemn the device for the operating system running on top of it? Painfully Honest Tech, he was trying to bring up a point and talking about how if iOS 15 would have came out trash on the brand new iPhones, that everybody would have gave the brand new iPhones heat for it, kind of like what's going on with the Pixel. And I had to correct him. I said, well, keep in mind when iOS 13 came out, which iOS 13, for those who didn't use it, was a complete and utter dumpster fire in terms of bugs. Like people think Android 12 is buggy. In my opinion, you haven't experienced buggy software until you've experienced iOS 13 when it first came out. It took them like 4-point updates, like 13.4, for it to start to feel like an official polished release. Like it was bad. Like it was really bad. But the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone 11 Pro, in my opinion, didn't catch a lot of heat because of the OS, right? So it's kind of all about keeping that same energy too. Like we could talk a little bit about that as well. And once we kind of, like I said, get everything aired out, Emily, the homie Emily, she brought out a very good point as a reply to my tweet, man. So like I said, I kind of want to read that and give her props, yo. But Jason, what's going on, man? Hope everything is good with you, dog. Hotspot on iPhone still has issues staying connected, but yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Barry. Like even to this day, on all of these devices, flagship, non-flagship, whatever, you're gonna find issues. Like literally just trying to get my iPad set up with Sidecar. I had to do it like 3 or 4 times. It wouldn't stay connected. I have no idea why. Sidecar has been super spotty on my Mac and my iPad lately. I don't know, right? So like I said, I feel like it only really like comes to light when it's a feature or something that you use a lot. Take for example how YouTube Studio was acting up, which if y'all haven't yet, update YouTube Studio. There was an app update in the Play Store. Update it. Let me know if you're still having issues with it. I've done everything in the app shy from uploading a video, and I haven't had one crash yet. So I've changed thumbnails, checked analytics, scrolled through comments, answered comments, everything, and no issue. So I'm thinking it's fixed. The general consensus seems to be that it is fixed. I asked a couple other content creators and they said it was fixed for them as well. Supply and demand. Supply on demand. People are saying, give me every year a product, but that puts stress on the companies to keep up with the demand. That is when things are, that's a good point too, Lewis. That's a very good point. So then let me ask you guys this then, right? So based off of Lewis's comment, would you guys rather them do like bi-yearly upgrades? Like next year we wouldn't get a Pixel 7. We just get no Pixel. We'd get no iPhone. We get no new Galaxy. And then the following year, we get upgrades to these devices. Would you guys prefer that? I know they'll never do it. I'm not asking, will they ever do it? I'm just asking, would you guys like that? How would you guys like that? Let's as the homie Scoop would say, let's talk about it. Scoop, don't kill me. Doodle said S21 Ultra Z Fold. Pretty much all Samsung devices updated like a boss. November 20. Okay, that, like I said, super, super dope, man. Samsung has been killing it in the security patches. I can't lie. They have. Yo, Superman, what's going on? I hope everything is good with you, yo. Yo, LaShawn, what are you planning on? I think you told me you're planning on PC, right? Because I heard that the PC experience right now isn't as bad as console. Because console is a rolling dumpster fire, dog. It is terrible. Yo, Craig Diggs. On the flip side, why are we so hard on Oems? I can't imagine the stress every year of being better than the last. We have come to expect perfection, but why? That's a very valid point as well. I mean, the only thing I can say for me why I have a certain degree or expectation from them is because of the fact that we're spending the kind of money that we are on these devices, right? Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I feel like when it comes to your comment, because it's like I said, very good statement. It's definitely the devil's advocate to what I'm saying, and I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think that there has to be a balancing act, though, right? Like there has to be some type of balancing act, because we also got to remember most average consumers, as the homie Juan would say, they're not upgrading every year. It's only us crazy tech enthusiasts, nerdy techies that are upgrading every year. So like I said, I definitely understand this comment, and it's a very, very valid way to look at it as well. So we could talk about that too, man. Hey, Jason said, I just uninstalled Cyberpunk, bro. I haven't touched it since like a month or two after it came out. Like I was like, I'm not gonna force myself to do this. I don't want my experience of this game to be ruined by how buggy it is. Like I absolutely love the world of Night City, and I don't want it to be ruined by all the bugs and stuff. Companies are going to release devices that have issues more and more. People are wanting more and more from these companies. In my opinion, the only way. So yeah, I literally asked him that. Yep. So Jason said a 2-year release cycle. Tech Loving Mama, what is going on? What's up? Yep, Apple is doing this more often. Deep Fusion, Universal Control, ProRes, Dolby Vision. Like I said, key specs right there. Yo, Patar from Direct Tech, what's going on, my guy? What's up, man? Can't wait for you to get the I can't even talk. The new Pixel 6 that you ordered. Maybe you got a bad unit the first time. I can't wait to see how everything goes for you this round 2, man. Like I said, I really can't wait because I'm not sure what was going on with that. Yo, what's going on? Lieutenant of Team Apple's in the building. AirPower is dead and was canceled. Okay, cool. So they did officially cancel it. Hey, he said, I hope I'm not late. Nah, man, you are good to go. I know you're over there in the UK, dude. So the time zones is super weird, right? Box of Sex said, but I don't really think that people are going to really use ProRes. 1 minute Pro. Yeah, no, I honestly think ProRes is definitely geared towards a certain section of the market for 100% certainty. I honestly think it is. AirPower failing is a blessing in disguise. Okay, cool. Let's see. All updates apply. Never had an issue, but the update does speed up loading times better. Okay, that's what's up, Doodle. Always keeping us posted on on the latest Samsung news. Yo, Don Coven says, how does Google release a phone that breaks Google apps? Forget missing features. So yeah, man. Like I said, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe the developers who are specifically working on YouTube Studio, because it's obviously not the Pixel team working also on those Google apps, right? But I guess the team with YouTube Studio didn't have their app ready to go. I honestly couldn't tell you, man. But again, like remember the general. I hate saying average consumer and talking for them because I'm not an average consumer, but like they're not using YouTube Studio, right? Like they're honestly not. Like it's just us creators who are having that issue, right? I haven't had any of my other Google apps have issues, so maybe other people are having that. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know. In a perfect world, I would have loved to see everything updated, but that's just not going to happen for anybody, man. For Apple, Google, or Samsung, it's just not going to happen. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta stop watching software events like WWDC and Google I/O. I always expect a lot of features and that's kind of where I'm at, Galen. Like, if I see the feature get talked about at WWDC, I'm gonna expect it when you drop that update right then and there. Same thing with Android 12, same thing with One UI. Like, I want these features now, right? They felt more polished because we weren't asking them to. That's a very valid point too, Scoop. That's a very valid point, bro, because we weren't asking them to do as much. Very valid point, man. Hey, Patar, this is where I'm at, bro. I can't stop myself from watching it. Oh, God, I just can't. I love it. I am super behind. Y'all are going in crazy, man. Let me catch up with y'all. iOS 13 was an absolute nightmare for sure, yo. Had to cough real quick. Sorry, guys. My only issue is still trying to send media on iMessage. I'll select the picture video I want to send. I hit send and it deletes the message. Basically, the media disappears and nothing sends. I haven't had that one, dog. I haven't had that one. That's weird. If I remember correctly, yes, Jason, that's how you know it's bad. When you already have a 0.1 in beta before the actual release happens. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Like, it was really bad. Ike, if you're reading this, you're finally getting your 1 terabyte Sierra Blue 13 Pro. Let's go. I'm happy for you, dog. I'm happy for you. Hey, he said, nothing much sweating like a stuck pig, been working out. Hey, I'm just chilling, man. You know how I do. In the lab, grinding this joint out, bro. Grinding out these videos, you already know. Hey, Barry said he's cool with the yearly updates. Okay, dope. Absolutely. I miss when they did every other year. I remember Samsung would do the S series 1 year and then Note, and the next one is a Note. I miss those days. It definitely, when you look at it from that perspective, Tech Level Moment, like, it definitely gives them kind of that cushion to kind of fine tune everything. So, I mean, maybe if we could have like how Samsung does that, maybe they could. I doubt that they're bringing the Note back. I'm pretty sure we're just going to get this S22 Ultra, Note 5G, whatever they're going to call it. It's the Note and the S together, no doubt. But I mean, I would like to see what that looks like. I know it'll never happen, right? But like, imagine having to carry like a flagship like a Pixel 6 Pro or an S21 Ultra or an iPhone 13 Pro for 2 years, right? Like, I feel like if we did that, companies would definitely focus more on software, right? Because at that point, it's like, you can't just say, well, they got new hardware coming out in a few months, so we ain't got to worry about this issue. You see what I'm saying? Like, it has to be more polished because you're going to have that device out for 2 years, right? So it would definitely be dope to check out what that looks like. Hey, Scoop said dead to me. LaShawn said, yeah, okay, you only game on PC. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I thought so. I had to double check though. I prefer yearly updates. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, the nerd in me absolutely doesn't want like biannually upgrades, if that's the right word. But like every other year, like I honestly don't want that because I love getting like the latest and greatest. But like I said, man, I mean, we're we do expect quite a bit out of these manufacturers, man. Like we want brand new features, we want faster processors, we want better cameras, we want better batteries, better displays, better build quality. Like we ask so much of them, like on a yearly base. Like we are like thinking about that. Like it makes a lot of sense. Like we do ask them for a lot. I can go ahead and bring this down. A lot of y'all have already answered, but we honestly do ask them for a lot. So good point. Good point. Hey, I saw that Cam is back, man. Cam is back. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Don, a lot of people did have issues with it, but there was a software update that I think has fixed the YouTube Studio issues, like fully fixed it. So we'll see. I've only been using it since it came out today, but we'll see how it goes in the long run, man. The thing is, these companies could resource their software development teams much better, considering how much money they make. Yeah, and that's definitely true too. That's definitely true. I definitely can't disagree with that. Like maybe, like not necessarily like outsource it, but have like a dedicated team. And I mean, I'm not sure if most manufacturers have this. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but I'm pretty sure that they have some level of just QA analysts who just scan everything for bugs and stuff maybe gets past them, and that's cool. But what I would absolutely love though, right, is, and I know that this could probably never happen. I know with some of the like iOS beta in the past that they used to do it too. But like when you would send a feedback, right, you would almost get like a ticket kind of situation, right? And sometimes you would have like an iOS developer working on that new version of iOS reach out to you. Like I had a bug with either iOS 12 or like iOS, I don't think it was 13, because I don't even remember messing with them too much with iOS 13 in terms of the betas. But maybe it was iOS 14, but I had a bug or something, and I got a video attached and showed them and sent it in. And I actually had one reach out to me and contact me via email. He's like, hey, I got your feedback. I wanted to reach out and see if we could talk or whatever. Called me over FaceTime and we talked about the bug, right? With Google, I've been reporting bugs with Android 12 through like the little feedback thing in the settings. You can't attach video to it, which I don't like. That's the only reason I ended up tagging them on Twitter, the Made by Google account, and I don't even know if that went anywhere. But just to feel like you have almost like a direct line to the developers coding the software on your phone, like if that could be made just a bit more like transparent, right? Where you actually feel like when you call in a customer service and you get like an agent for that, if you get kind of like a developer for that. Now I know that there's just not enough developers to go around for that, but it would just be dope if you could see something like that, right? T-Mobile doing their part, but we'll find out on the next Dragon Ball Z. Yo, Me Tech, no problem at all, man. Take it easy, dog. Definitely get some sleep over there, man. For sure. Hey, Renz, you good, man. Don't even worry about it. Appreciate you coming through, dog. Appreciate you coming through, man. I really want a 256 Pixel 6. Maybe Santa will bring me one. Yo, a lot of people are wanting the higher storage capacities. Like I know Mike, Tech King Mike, he's waiting on the 512 6 Pros to come back in stock so he can cop one. I could say for me personally, I'm good with the 128, man. I have the Google One storage plan with 2 terabytes, and I'm good. I'm real good. Time zones here in Malaysia is the opposite of the US. So in the US will be approximately 10:20. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would be kind of rough. I got you. Yo, Jason, he is going easy on them pixels, bro. Barry done bought up. If y'all want to be mad because Google got backlogs on pixels, blame Barry. Barry bought up the whole stock. He got all the Pixel 6s and all the Pixel 6 Pros. I only copped one of them, man. He got all of them over there, yo. He copped all of them. And I ain't mad at him. Like, I feel like when you truly like love a device, like the best praise that you can give to that manufacturer, is to go out and buy one, right? Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with people who got sent one, the people on Team Pixel. I get that, whatever the case may be. I have no issue with that, right? But like when you truly like love a device, man, really love it, like I feel like the best way to show some love and support that manufacturer is to go buy it, right? It's just to go buy one. Like I already had my money set aside for this 6 Pro months in advance, man. As soon as we saw the design, I already had like stashes of cash starting to build up and sit to the side for it. Because I wanted one. I absolutely was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Yo, Barry got them triplets, right? He got them triplets, dog. For real, dog. For real. Absolutely. Yo, my sister has a 3A and it runs smooth. That's what's up, man. I love hearing stuff like that, dog. Like when you get like those older devices that still can keep up with what we have on the market now, like people sometimes would be like, oh, then we're not seeing a big enough improvement, you know, from the flagships or whatever. But it's like, no, it just goes to show like you can get a great phone for not a lot of money, right? And it'll last you a long time too. Pac-Man releasing Pac-Man. OnePlus is releasing a Pac-Man edition. I ain't gonna lie, man. They kind of need to just chill. Like, I like OnePlus a lot, man, but I feel like, and I know this is super selfish of me. I just want them to go back to the OnePlus 7 Pro design. Just go back to the OnePlus 7 Pro design, perfect the whole camera coming out. I think the reason why they didn't do that though is because it was tougher to get the IP certification. Was it? I honestly don't know the reason why they just stopped doing it. Maybe for space in there, because I guess the camera module took up way more space. But I miss the OnePlus 7 Pro's design, dog. So good, man. So good. Like that joint ticked so many boxes. I guess I could stop doing that. There we go. Like it just ticked so many boxes for me, man. So many boxes. 1.5 or 2 years, I'm fine with that upgrade cycle. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like I said, I would love to see what that would look like, but the selfish techie in me is like, no, just give me every year. I'll buy it and deal with it. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I could say, like for the most part, when it comes to like the upper echelon phones, like the the premium, like the luxury premium phones, like 13 Pro and Pixel 6, Pixel 6 series and the Galaxy S21 series, like for the most part, those devices are going to get better over time. Like those devices are. The S21 Ultra got so much better over time, man. Like it literally went from being a phone that I just threw in the drawer, like I don't really want to use this, to it being like one of the top 3 devices this year, in my opinion. Like the S21 Ultra age and software updates definitely aged that device really nicely, man. From all aspects, from like performance to battery to camera, like that device just got better and better with those software updates for sure. It's why we critique so much, because we expect more imperfection, and that's true too. I mean, and I think the thing is like we shouldn't get like giving feedback confused with criticism, and even saying the word criticism, like people take it in such a negative connotation, but it's not like to give like good constructive criticism is not necessarily bad. It's how we grow. It's how these manufacturers will grow. If I went through my day at my job and did the same exact thing every single day and never got like a review from my boss or anything like that, I would never know what I needed to work on and do better, right? So I don't necessarily always look at criticizing or giving feedback on these devices as a bad thing. I look at it like this is something I would like to see improve with future software updates or with the next generation, right? Like I kind of look at it from that perspective. But you have some people who just bash. And if you're just bashing, you're not trying to add to the solution to the problem, then at that point you're just being negative. And that we have no room for that. Hey, Ray said, I'm loving my Pixel 6. This is my first one since the 3A. So that's a huge jump for you, dude. That's a huge jump, man. Apple has never been responsive to my tickets as they were this year with the iOS 15 beta. They were super responsive. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, super, super great. Like, the iOS 14 one is the only one that I've ever gotten, like, feedback from. The iOS 15 betas honestly wasn't too bad for me to really have to go in and report anything. A lot of the bugs and stuff that I saw, they squashed out by the end of it. But yeah, man, they were really responsive then, and I like that. It was cool. It felt like they actually cared about the software. It's kind of where I'm coming from. But after iOS 13, they had to do something. Superman, you can track bugs. They will assign and hopefully fix it. You're talking about through Google? Through Google, you can do that? 512 is the one my husband wants back. Yeah, that 512 one is looking super hard to get, man. Like when I was looking at, like after I had already pre-ordered from Best Buy, I was going to still try to order another one through the Google store just to be safe. And I tried to go for that 512 once the site came back up. It was instantly gone, like instantly gone. Shark Fin Text say it. More perfection is much needed. These companies have gotten extremely lazy / negligent. Yet they continue to charge more and more money for devices and services. Hey, definitely a good point, man. I mean, only thing I can say to that is, Pixel 6 Pro comes in at $900. I'm just saying. $900 ain't cheap. But when you look at the way that the industry is going in terms of pricing, and to see Google drop this and undercut them by, I'm going to go base model 13 Pro Max and S21 Ultra. Because people are talking about, well, it's only $100 less than the iPhone 13 Pro. Let's keep it real. This needs to be compared to the Pro Max. Bigger screen, all of that. This needs to be Pro Max. 13 Pro is a great device. Don't get me wrong. I have them both. I have the 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max. Both are great. If I was going to carry an iPhone day to day, as much as I love the battery of the Pro Max, I normally end up carrying the 13 Pro. But the Pixel 6 Pro, in my opinion, should be compared to that Pro Max, right? So if we're looking at it from that perspective, $200 cheaper than that, $300 cheaper than the S21 Ultra retail. I'm not talking about on sale. We're talking about retail over here. Yo, off track real quick, but I agree with this so much. They need to kill daylight saving time. It's trash. It's trash. Trash. Hey, OnePlus was like Hennessy with the never settle, but they're not Hennessy. I'm done with you. But yeah, man, I miss peak OnePlus, and which in my opinion, 7 Pro. That OnePlus 7 Pro, I was like heavy on my iPhone. That's probably like the first year besides the HTC One M8 that I honestly gave up the iPhone for real. Like I had no intention of going back at all. That OnePlus 7 Pro was truly something special, man. And why they didn't just iterate on that design and keep going with that, I have no idea, man. Hey, Sepdog said that's why I can't sell mine. It's still a good phone, man. It's still a good phone. Do you think if we were used to a two-year release cycle, we'd see bigger upgrade numbers between? Yes. Yeah. I think so. 110%, man. I think so. I definitely think that they would have to make the changes much more significant. Like we couldn't see I can't say iPhone because I personally think for me and my use case for the iPhone, I personally think that the 13 Pro series is a nice jump over the 12 Pro series, but that's just me. But I'm going to say like Z Fold 2 to Z Fold 3, they added what? S Pen support, under display camera, what else? And 120 hertz on the front screen. That's the only things that I could think of. But like they wouldn't be able to do an upgrade like that. Like it would have to be more significant than that. If you're going 2 years, right? Like it would have to be way more stuff upgraded than just those 3 things. Hey, you got an S21 arriving from Amazon Renew. Yo, I've had nothing but good experiences from Amazon Renew, yo. Seriously. I got to go Galaxy again soon. I'm actually a fan of trying different Android skins. Yo, One UI is really good, bro. Like, One UI, in my opinion, they even do some things that I like from, like, bigger screen phones better than Google does. Like, their implementation of split view multitasking is the best, in my opinion, out of everybody. That whole little sidebar that you swipe in and you got all your multitasking options there, everybody needs to just steal that implementation, in my opinion. I love it. Like, it actually makes me want to go in and use split view multitasking instead of having to go from the multitasking menu, then click that button, then click split screen, then find your other app. Like, no, just drag in that tray, click a button, first app, click another button, second app, you done. And then if you use the little like the little software navigation buttons instead of the gestures, you can even press and hold the multitasking panel and it'll automatically shoot you into multi-window mode. Like, I don't know anybody that uses those versus gestures, but I'm just saying the option's there. So like I think Samsung, when it comes to bigger phones, I think that they do the whole multitasking better than anybody, man. On their tablets, all of that. It's just better to me. We expect more because they keep promising more. I mean, marketing will definitely tell you that. Marketing definitely tells you that, man. It definitely tells you that. I think they actually, Gia, I think that they actually skipped beta 5 for One UI, and they're actually trying to get it out like as early as I think December is what I was reading when I was reading rumors. Like, they're really trying to get that joint out. Like, I think Samsung is really happy with Android 12, contrary to all of us over here have, well, all of the people, I won't say us because I'm not having that many issues, but all the people having issues. I think Samsung really likes Android 12 a lot, man. A lot. So we'll see. But I think we're hearing November to December is what I'm hearing. For 3 years, all I've carried is iPhone/Pixel, and as a YouTuber, I need to branch out beyond Pixel, try more Android flavors to be. Yeah, and that's honestly why you see so many different types of devices on my channel, dude. Like Surface Duo, foldables, all of that stuff. Because in order for me to give you an informed decision, I gotta at least try this stuff out, right? I can't talk about iOS if I've never used it, right? Like you gotta use this stuff. LaShawn, you need to try an iPhone. I don't care what you say. Yo, matter of fact, bro, I might send you an iPhone, dog. I might send you an iPhone. Once you get used to your Pixel and you could put it down for a little bit, I might have to send LaShawn an iPhone, dog, so you could try it out. Especially considering I got both the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max, I might need to send him one for sure. Oh, that's gonna be a huge difference for you, Pitar. That's gonna be a huge difference, dog. That's 21 Ultra is one of my favorite phones of this year, man. Like, and I mean, it's not hard to like really make that list, but everybody's throwing around like phone of the year. That's 21 Ultra is in that conversation. I don't care what nobody say. It is. It's in that conversation. It is. But yeah, it's not too hard to make the Ike's Tech Talk favorite devices list, man. I just like quirky, different type of phone. I think that's why I love the Fold and the Duo so much, is because it's something so dramatically different. Like, a lot of people like the Z Flip, right? And I mean, from what I've seen, I've never owned one. It seems like a great device. I've had very limited like hands-on time with it. My mom-in-law or future mom-in-law has one, and I got to play with it for a little bit. And I mean, it feels like using a normal slab phone to me, right? That you can close down and make it smaller. But it's like, if you want that drastically different feeling, like whole new experience, that Fold is fun, man. That Fold is really fun. And then the Duo as well, dude. Like, Duo is really fun as well. Like, does it have its bugs and stuff? Yes, it does. The software doesn't feel finished or none of that, but Surface Duo is a fun device, man. I still have mine and I'm not getting rid of it. Like, that is literally a museum collector's type piece, right? Because I don't ever see Microsoft going back to that type of design where it's completely just flush, just the one camera on the inside. I get why they decided to go with the 3 cameras and all that, but I personally still love the way you can just fold that thing on itself. I love it. It was just perfect, man. Perfect. Yeah, I haven't had a Galaxy since they moved to One UI. Oh, Galen, you in for a pleasant surprise whenever you decide to go in and try one, dog. Because it is fire. One UI is fire. Like, it is good, bro. It's good. It's not as, I'll say this, right? It's not as fluid and like responsive and bubbly feeling as Android 12 and just as like the Pixel experience. Like, it's not as bubbly and responsive and alive feeling as that. It's not like their animations are completely a different, like how they view animations is just completely different to me than like what Google does. Like, Google wants you to feel like every swipe, every animation is just fluid, seamless, and it just feels like an extension of you touching the device. Samsung's doesn't feel like that to me. Like, they've been working on it and it's getting better, but it still doesn't feel quite like using a Pixel. So I will say that if you're a stickler for like real smooth and fluid animations, no matter what you're doing, no jank or stutter, yeah. Barry said November 30th. Okay, yeah. Samsung's not playing. They love Android 12. It seems that way. Yo, Mims, what's going on, man? What's going on with you, dog? 7 Pro could easily be the best phone ever. I think so, man. I had to run Gcam with those cameras, but it was really, really good, man. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. That was the only thing that killed it for me was the cameras, and I threw Gcam on mine real quick. I used the cameras for maybe about a day, and I was like, "Give me that Gcam." OnePlus settled, and Google buried them this year. I think Google definitely buried them, and it shows in how they changed their pricing. Like they changed their pricing instantly. I think within like a day, they dropped the price of the OnePlus 9 series because it's like it's like as an Android manufacturer, right? A lot of people will say, well, Apple's gonna go have conversations about their devices pricing. I think they will, but I doubt you'll see much of anything come from it. And the reason I say that is because the advantage that iOS will always have when it comes to an Android phone's pricing is you can't get iOS anywhere else. If you prefer iOS, if you like the way it moves, the way it flows, the feature set, whatever, Apple's the only place you can get it, right? Like you can't get iOS anywhere else. Like the only thing separating, say, the Pixel from the S21 Ultra is slightly different hardware and the skin on top, but they're both running Android. So if you're an Android manufacturer and you're not talking about the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro's pricing, it's something wrong with you. You need to be. I'm going to say it like that. Because I don't know if Samsung can justify a $300 price increase on the S22 Ultra over this. Like, they have to give you $300 worth of value over it for somebody to say, well, you should just get this over that. I mean, they will have the S Pen. That's definitely some value there. But I don't know if it's going to be $300 worth, man. I don't. 7 Pro is my tied all-time favorite Android with the 4XL. Yo, 4XL is definitely dope, man. And that was a super underrated phone when it came out, too. So many people bashed the 4XL when it first came out. The battery life was supposedly trash. I didn't have one when it first came out. They said that the battery life was trash, all that. And in my opinion, it was a phone that got way better with updates. I think Juan was saying the Pixel 4 XL in his testing after Android 12 actually saw a performance increase. That's like a 2-year-old phone getting a performance boost? Like, where is it pulling this power from, right? Makes you think, yo. Definitely makes you think. Exactly, Jason. Google basically hopped over LG, OnePlus, and Motorola in months. No, definitely. They definitely did, bro. They definitely did. Like, it's going to be surprising to see what they do with the Pixel series going forward. But, like, I asked this over in Galen's live stream when we had it talking about our experience with the Pixels. Where do you guys think Google goes with the pricing from here? Does Google say we're going to keep this same pricing, or do they do they raise the price a little bit? I'm just curious what you guys think. I'm not saying either direction is right or wrong, but I'm just asking, what do you guys think Google's going to do with pricing? Yo, Mark, what's going on, my guy? He said that I miss Mike. I don't think Mike streamed tonight, man. I think he might have took the night off, or he's moving to Saturdays right before Slang. I think is where Mike is now. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure he's moving to Saturdays. Mims said, is Android 12 on this? Yeah, it's still in beta, Mims. And that first beta was like, y'all think this is bad? Boy, it was, my S21 Ultra was unusable. Like, I would swipe up to go home, and I would literally swipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Animation would start, and it's just stuttering to get to the home screen. Like, it was, I've never gone back to like stable Android 11 so fast in my life, man. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. And I haven't touched it. Since. Have not touched it since. Hey, he said, I hike with that purple drink. Nah, this is a It's a blueberry strawberry smoothie with strawberry boba. I am a boba fanatic, man. Shaka Shaka Tea House over in, I think that's considered Winter Park. But yeah, absolutely fantastic boba, man. I didn't have the flip, but I do love the S21 series. They did a really good job with it. I think the only thing for me that the S21 Ultra was like missing in terms of like hardware features was the S Pen being built in. I think if they would have done that, kind of like what they're doing with this S22 Ultra, I think that that would have been like next level right there for sure. I haven't touched iOS since my 5S. Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I already see that direct tech. Fit Blind Tech says, sorry I'm late. My shows are no, you're fine. You're fine. Thanks for coming through. Like I said, no problem. We'll probably go here for about another maybe 15 or 20 minutes or so. So you can always catch the replay if you like. Like I said, no pressure at all, man. Just thanks so much for coming through. Ike, you love every device. Name one that made you mad or want to get rid of. So okay, here we go. This one is I can say one device, right? And it'll probably be really surprising, right? But I had the OnePlus 9 Pro for like a week and a half, right? So, but I didn't get rid of it because I hated the device. So I did hate one aspect of it, and that was every time I would record 4K 30 at 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes and 40 seconds, overheating message. I checked for updates. I made sure everything was updated, all of that. And like I said, I'm in Florida. It's hot. I don't know if that was the issue. I took my S21 Ultra side by side with it, like clockwork, 2 minutes and like 40 something seconds in, overheated on me. S21 Ultra was still going strong. But that was one aspect I hated of that device. And I did get rid of it mainly because I knew I wasn't going to be able to give the device the proper coverage that it deserved. So not so much that I hated it, but I honestly can't remember the last time I actually hated a device and was like, I'm getting rid of this. Because when I go into it, I always go in with the thought process of what about this device would make me think that it's good for a certain type of user, or what user would this device be good for, right? Because I feel like a lot of times, and this isn't towards you or towards any reviews or anything like that specifically. I'm gonna say I feel like sometimes what you'll see people do, right, is they'll pick up a device that's obviously not a fit for their workflow, and they'll talk about how they can't recommend the device because it doesn't fit their workflow, but they don't review the device based off of what it is and who it might be for. Take the brand new Sony Xperia I Pro. I feel like everybody that's reviewed that device besides Juan has honestly not been able to answer the question in regards of who's that device for. Like you see a lot of people saying, why did Sony make this device? It's way too expensive. The average consumer isn't going to buy this. Duh, it's not for them. If you talk to Juan, who has that plug, I should say, or connect with Sony, these things are flying off the shelf because it's being brought up by big broadcasting studios. But again, with a little bit of research, you can figure that out. If you are getting a review unit of this phone, you have that direct line to find out, okay, what's going on with this device, ask them some questions, whatever. Like, I feel like that's the reason why it may seem like I like everything, because I always try to find, and this is just me in life, I always try to find the good in something rather than focusing on the bad, right? And I know that that's not always a good trait. Sometimes things are just bad, right? But I honestly can't say that I've had an experience with a device that has made me want to like throw it out the window. Like even Surface Duo, I had a pretty experience with it, but I love the concept of the device so much that it outweighs a lot of that negative. Now, it's a device that I've said multiple times, I will never use this device as like my daily phone. Like I won't carry it around with me. It'll always, sit on its little stand, collection piece. It'll always be there. But I love the concept so much and what the device stands for. It's kind of where I'm at. So it's always tough for me to find tech that I actually just don't like. Plus, smartphones across the board, man, it's kind of hard to find a bad phone, like a trash smartphone. Like it's kind of hard nowadays, to be honest. No cap, S21 Ultra has been the go-to phone to compare the best releases. Yo, exactly, Craig. Like, whenever you have a device that's truly great, everything else gets compared to it. It gets compared to it. Had to take a sip. Everything else gets compared to it. And everything has gotten compared to that S21 Ultra, man. Now, it has, I can say this, it has had the advantage of coming out a lot earlier than all these later releases. So it's had more time to bake. When I say bake, I mean get more software updates, stuff like that. It has had more time to do that. So that is the reason why it feels as polished as it does. But that's not taking anything away from the phone. I still think if you're talking phone of the year, that phone needs to be in the conversation. Absolutely 110%. One UI versus me UI. Dang, this is tough for me, Galen. This is real tough for me, man, because there's things that I love about both, right? If I absolutely had a gun in my head, like a figurative gun in my head, and I had to choose one, I'm gonna choose one UI if I had to choose one. But to break that down a little bit further, the thing that I love the most about me UI is everything about the operating system, like their skin feels alive. Like everything feels alive. Their animations, like they have some of the best animations on any phone in my like of any phone software. Like in my opinion, MIUI emphasizes those small details in the operating system far more than One UI does. But I like One UI better because of the feature set. I like all the little additional features that it has. That pull-out tray for multitasking. The I don't know if MIUI has the dual audio feature with Bluetooth. I don't know. But like there's just a couple of hidden gems that Samsung has that I'm like, I like One UI because of the feature set. But I still love MIUI. That doesn't take anything away from MIUI. It is fantastic. Still got the Mi 11, dog, and I'm not planning on getting rid of it until I can maybe get a Mi 12. Maybe. We'll see. Yo, Barry, it did. It got destroyed. So many people talk trash about that phone. So many people. Like, I remember the headlines about that phone. I remember it. I remember it, dog. It was really bad. Like in terms of the coverage it got. But it became, in my opinion, it became like one of the most beloved Pixel phones. Like that and the 2XL is like my all-time favorite Pixels until the 6 Pro dropped. The 6 Pro is killing every other Pixel and Nexus phone before, in my opinion. I still love the Nexus 6P. That'll be my favorite Nexus, but this 6 Pro is something special, man. Like a lot of people are looking at like the Android 12 bugs as like it's a deal breaker and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this thing feels like, and this is going to be a weird comparison, but I'm going to explain it. This thing feels like my PlayStation 5. Like, and when I say that, the PlayStation 5 came out and there's no games out right now that fully take advantage of what it's trying to push out. I think Google with this tensor chip is playing around with that. The cameras, same thing. Like their software isn't even properly optimized yet for these camera sensors. And think about it from this perspective, right? Some people may be like, oh, well, you know, it is what it is. Google should optimize, whatever. But right now, when you look at pictures from this and you're looking at it to the iPhone, to the Galaxy, the fact that this phone is already beating them in some of those categories, and it's even comparing with them in other categories, and the software isn't even optimized yet. Bro, if that doesn't get you, like, I don't understand how you can be a tech enthusiast and that not get you excited. Like, this chip is not fully optimized for Android 12 yet. It's not. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't. Like, it's not. You still got applications in the Play Store that don't run on the Pixel 6 Pro. They just crash games, stuff like that, because they're not optimized. Cameras, same thing. Like, imagine when it's as optimized as, say, Android 11 was on the Pixel 5a or Android 11 was on the Pixel 5. Like, bro, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will, man. Seriously. Yo, Soli was the truth. I did like Face Unlock on the Pixel 4. It was really good. It was really good, man. OnePlus 9 Pro dropped from $1069 to $799 on the day of the Pixel retail release. So it's now $100 less than Pixel 6 Pro. Smart. A. You already said it, Shark Tech. Super necessary move. I already don't think that the OnePlus 9 Pro is going to survive in the market with this Pixel 6 Pro. I don't think that, because for so long people have said they love the OnePlus 9 Pro. It's just missing the camera set. But this has, there might be some small software features that Oxygen OS has over the Pixel launcher or whatever. But when you look at what people loved about Oxygen OS, it was the smooth, super polished. It just felt good to use. They've said the same thing about the Pixel launcher. And the Pixel's always had the camera. But now the Pixel has that hardware and that camera and the software that the OnePlus is missing. I don't know, man. If I was OnePlus, bro, I would be going back to the drawing board for sure. I think they will try to keep it low, but will depend on what the other OEMs do. Seeing that Pixel drops later. Yeah, and that's true too, Mems. Like, a lot of people talk about the negatives to them dropping their phones later. Man, it could also be a positive too, because they can literally see what else is going on in the market and they can kind of adjust for it. In terms of like pricing, I would say certain like hardware features and stuff like that, that stuff gets locked in sometimes months, a year in advance, right? But in terms of like pricing and stuff like that, man, they can literally nail that stuff down really close to the release date. So I look at that as a benefit. If Google gets the sales as most believe they are, I fully expect the price to increase. Yeah, I can see that too. I'm hoping that they obviously keep it the same, just because I love paying less money for better devices. Obviously, who wouldn't? But excuse me. But I don't know, Jason. I don't know. Because even when you look at it, like, let's say, for example, they say, okay, what are people's biggest pain points in terms of hardware? Biggest pain points with Pixel 6 Pro. I would probably say people's biggest pain point is maybe like the fingerprint sensor, right? Like maybe like, I didn't try to touch it, but there we go. It's maybe like the fingerprint sensor, right? If they change the fingerprint sensor from optical to ultrasonic, because I feel like ultrasonic is better. S21 Ultra fingerprint sensor, in my opinion, is definitely better than the one on here. But like if they change to ultrasonic and charge people, say, $25 more, they're still undercutting the bejeebas out of the competition, man. Like, they're still undercutting the competition like crazy. So even if they did raise the price by, say, like $25 or $50, but you actually like saw like where that additional price is going to, like, get a better fingerprint sensor, maybe get a higher megapixel count for detail on that selfie camera, something like that. Like, if I can see where the money is going, I don't mind it as much. But when you just come out of pocket and say, we're charging you this much money and I don't see the value between that device and something like this at $900, then it gets kind of tough to have that debate, right? Like, it gets kind of tough. Yo, Gia, we still don't know. I don't think that they have a release date for it yet. Yeah, I don't think they have a release date for it, and I'm kind of sad about it because I really want that feature. Like, I use my iPad Pro as literally an external monitor. I don't even like pick it up and use it. I use it as an external monitor at my desk for the most part, and that's pretty much it. I might use it here and there, like sparingly, to watch a movie, but I mainly use it as an external monitor. But Sidecar has been so unreliable for me lately that I literally have it's just been chilling. Or it's been like the dedicated YouTube machines. I just have it set up playing YouTube. So I would love universal control. I would love it, man. Superman said you can report bugs at issuetracker.google. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, yo. Appreciate that. Direct Tech, you can't at people on mobile. I don't know if you're watching on mobile, but I have the same issue when I'm in other people's chats too. You can't at people on mobile, but if you're on like desktop, you should be able to at people. You should be able to. Yo, Easy E, man, what's going on, bro? Hope everything's good with you, dog. I wish Samsung would drop their retail price of the S21 so I could grab the brown exclusive version you can only get from them. I wonder if I wonder if when it comes to Samsung, they'll eliminate that FE line. Maybe not this year because they already have them made, but like going forward, like maybe they could just drop the price of the regular S23 down to that FE pricing and just kind of drop their pricing across the board. That'd be probably like, in my opinion, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool for sure. Yeah, it does, man. Like it's like it's such a good phone. It really is. Like issues and bugs and stuff all aside, man. Like it is really good, and I can't wait because like historically, and I said it. I forget who I was talking to on Twitter today, but like historically, Pixels have only gotten better with time. Like only, and this is like historically, like Samsung just started doing real good with the software updates, in my opinion. Apple's always kind of been like a plateau, like which you get, like they're good at preserving that feeling you had when you first unboxed it, but it never feeling any faster, never feel like it's opening apps faster, none of that stuff, or like performance, or when it comes to like new features, when it like a lot of the times once they get like deep into that like that year's iOS, you don't see as many new features and stuff like that. Whereas you get new features sometimes on Android through security updates through the Play Store. So, like I said, man, the updates, like I said, I hope are vast and great. They're already talking about Face Unlock could potentially come because Face Unlock wasn't ready when they pushed out the phone. So maybe in a Pixel drop, the little 3-month features, we'll get Face Unlock. Like that would be really dope too, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know. The experience I had on the 4XL was so good. I didn't care about battery. My only true bother was how, yeah, the screen on that was really dim. The ultra wide was weird because I got my 4XL and I was coming from the S21 Ultra. So I did miss having all the lenses, right? But I love the 4XL so much, man. It was such a good phone. And I got mine for like $300 shipped on Amazon Renewed. Like it was such a good phone, man. Such a good phone. The 4XL for me will be remembered as the Google phone people felt it didn't deserve to be 1K. I mean, I liked it, man. I liked it. When I had it after the fact, I didn't have it originally, so I don't know what that experience was like. I don't think I've ever had as good of an experience as I did with the 4XL. That's dope, man. I'm glad to hear that. If Google put the Pixel 6 battery in, yo, you're right. That would have been a dangerous phone with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I still think that though, even with the battery here, in my opinion, being like, I just took a screenshot with the double tap. In my opinion, because people were saying it's like right under the 5A. I still feel like Google could optimize this and we get a little bit better battery life out of it too, though. Like, I'm not willing to make like even because I'm actually working on like my 2 weeks later type of deal, like 2 weeks kind of review and progress type deal. I still don't feel right giving it like a conclusive like kind of like judge or like really like judge the phone because I'm so curious as to how this thing is gonna look once it's had some software updates under its belt. Like I'm so curious to see what it looks like after that. So I'm definitely gonna throw out like I think it's at that point it'll be like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, something like that. It'll be like 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, one of the two. But I'm gonna drop that Monday, so you guys can definitely look out for the sub box for that. Remember when the 4XL got buried yeah, man, because but I feel like it got so buried because they tried to get on stage and excuse it. Like ultra wides are fun, or no, what did they say? They said something like ultra wides are fun, but telephotos are more practical, something like that. And I still feel like to this day, people argue back and forth over which is better. Just give me both, and then we don't have to argue. Like, just give me both. Give me both, bro. See, Septian, that's what I'm hearing too. Like that December update is gonna be big for Pixel 6. Like I'm hearing that. I'm just trying to temper my expectations just in case it's not as big as what everybody is thinking, man. Because I feel like everybody's looking at this December update as like the fingerprint sensor is gonna get faster. All of these UI little bugs and stuff are gonna get patched. It's like, bro, we just don't know. Like we don't know. So I'm just trying to temper my expectations and just enjoy the phone for what it is right now, man. Oh, can I hold up my Pixel again? What's going on, Barry? What you looking for? Or are you talking about from the front? Hold on, I got some tweets up here. There you go. Maybe from the front. I feel like Barry getting slick with something. I'm trying to see what Barry was talking about. Oh, I didn't even know StreamYard had that. Hey, Slang, what's going up, my dude? Going up. What's going on, my dude? Try to say what up and what's going on at the same time. Google said Soli is coming back. Coming back on what? Their next generation phone? I would love for Soli to come back. Bro, if we got next year with Pixel 7 Pro, we got a ultrasonic fingerprint sensor and Soli, like, I don't know how they would do Soli. Like, maybe they would put like the sensors for it underneath the display, but leave the pinhole. Because supposedly it's easier to put the sensors under the glass and not the camera. The camera is supposed to be the hard part, but the sensors are supposedly a lot easier to do. So, yo, ultrasonic fingerprint sensor solely in the top camera, and what else? Tensor 2 for $950. Same design. They could literally keep this design. I keep taking screenshots. I gotta get used to that. They keep taking screenshots because of the back tap. Yo, $950 though for that, I would be down for sure. That'd be fire. That would be fire. Google has tons of room to optimize Android 12/Tensor to get a ton more. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, dude. Like once they really for sure needs to, or just for sure do what they need to do to optimize, man, I honestly think we'll see far better. I just don't want to get my hopes up for that December update that everybody's talking about, because it's only rumors. Like the only thing we've heard that they're gonna for sure fix in the December update is the little screen flickering issue, and I haven't had that. So it's like I don't want to get my hopes up too much, man. But supposedly it's going to be, pretty big. Just checking to see if it was a yeah. It's the D brand robot camo with the Renke matte joint on there. Yo, I'm still waiting for my later case to ship, dog. I kind of want that joint like yesterday. There's only so much Google can get done by December. That's why we say yeah, and that's what I was saying too. Like it's real tough, man, to get too hype about it, because like how much are we honestly expecting them to patch? My thought process behind it is that Google essentially they've been working on this December patch since kind of like before the phone even came out, kind of, if that makes sense. Like take OnePlus for example, how they pushed out, like the phone came out and within like a week we already started seeing updates coming out. My thought process is that they were definitely working on some of those updates because they knew it was some stuff that they weren't going to get to. So I'm thinking Google might have done the same thing. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what happens when that December update drops, though. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Imagine under display solely radar, bro. Because the sensors, if I'm not mistaken, are very close, like similar to what they use in the iPhone. And from what Mark Gurman was saying about Apple putting the sensors under the display, is that it's far easier to put the sensors under there but leave that camera up top, right? So I'm thinking if Google could do the same thing, give us an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, Tensor 2, because obviously we're going to get a new version of the chip. Kind of thinking, man, $950, I'm good with that. Yep, just like proximity sensor. Facts. I won't use the phone until it's for 100% respected, dog. If you having a trash experience, man, I am not mad at you, dog. I'm not mad at you. I've been telling people left and right, like, if you're having a bad experience, I'm not even mad for people returning them, dude. Like, because if I have a trash experience, bro, I'm going to want to return the device too. Like, why keep it? Pixel 5, for example, I bought a Pixel 5 when they first came out. I had overheating issues. Like, I was literally just leaving it on the wireless charger and the phone was overheating. It would stop charging wirelessly and overheat on me. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. And I took it back. I didn't want to run the risk of trying it again and getting stuck with the phone. So took it back and didn't try it again until the next year. I got it the next year and it was a way better device. So I 100% get you on that, Slang. I ain't mad at you. Solely can't come back due to terrorism related reasons. I can't explain. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Solely can be weaponized easily, and it's very good radar tech. I ran already. Oh wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, dog. That's crazy. iPhone camera is still at 12 megapixels, but the storage went up to 1 terabyte. I think that they did 1 terabyte because they brought ProRes to the iPhone. I think that's the reason why they did 1 terabyte, because ProRes is an actual storage hog, actual storage hog. But we'll keep it going here for just another like 5 minutes or so. Just wrap up these last few comments and then some quick, easy housekeeping. You already know how we do when we wrap up the stream. And then we're going to go ahead and head out. I got to go grab the little one from the missus so she can get some rest and get herself right. Ooh, can't even click the button. There we go. To be able to ship Pixel Globe. Oh, because of what you're talking about earlier. I got you. I'm using a phone that gives me migraines instead. That's how bad it is. Dang, Slang, that sucks, man. Because I know that the iPhone give you the headaches, bro. That sucks. But Samsung 108 megapixel sensor still at 256 gigabyte. Well, I think the S21 Ultra does go up to 500. Oh, he said will not be available. You already answered where I was about to go with that one. Yeah, it's not. I mean, all I can say is that they're not using a codec as storage hungry as ProRes. ProRes like 6 minutes or 6 minutes? Yeah. It's like 6 seconds or 6 minutes. I think it's 6 minutes of ProRes is already like over a gigabyte of storage. So it's one of those things, man, where it's like I get where you're coming from. In all honesty, man, I don't see too many people buying a terabyte iPhone anyway. I think that's definitely like, if you're buying a terabyte iPhone, I'm hoping you're using ProRes, or you just got that many apps and videos and stuff that you need locally on the device, right? Because like I said, shooting video on a S21 Ultra is nowhere near as storage hungry or anything like that. So like I said, just my opinion, man. Who knows though? Maybe Samsung will offer a 1 terabyte option in the future. Guys, I got a bust out girlfriend, says I'm keeping her up. Hey, no problem at all, Direct Tech, man. Hey, tell the missus I said I'm sorry for keeping her up. Have a good one, man. Take it easy. But we're pretty much going to go ahead and just wrap it up there anyway. Guys, said we're going to finish out those comments anyway, but you already know we got to get done the housekeeping. So tomorrow we got the next episode of the case journey for the Pixel 6 Pro. Quick spoiler, spoiler. It's going to be the Google official case. So that's going to be hitting your sub boxes at 1 p.m. Eastern time as always. It's already scheduled, already ready to go for you guys. So definitely check out that joint. Should be fun, man. Also, later on tonight, I know Juan and TK Bay, I never shout out their stream because I always forget. Definitely make sure you guys go and check it out. I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like the best week ever, or I think it's the best week ever. Go and check out their stream, man. I usually get off of here and literally go right over to them and watch that when that comes on later. I think it starts at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely make sure that you guys go check that out. Tomorrow, you already know how it goes down. We will be on the homie LaShawn's open mic. I don't know if it'll be Ignite hours or civilized hours, but your boy will definitely be in the chat chopping it up with the homie and everybody on the panel, man. But like I said, make sure y'all check out LaShawn. Get my man up there to 1,000. We need those members only Ignite hours. Trust me, he should be charging y'all for how good them streams are, man. But with that, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it on up here. Okay, yeah, Barry just corrected me. Best of our week. My bad, Juan. Best of our week. Check it out. I literally had from right here, right over there. So definitely go ahead and check that out, guys. But that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. Appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks so much for the super chats, like I said, because we hit that 1,000 mark, man. Y'all are the best ever. But like I said, man, take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, stay up. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.